G'day and welcome back to Stitch Up and another episode of Voxel Tycoon. So guys, this is episode 34, I believe. Episode 33 would have been Complex Wooden Structures, and this is episode 34 of our series. Now, this series we began quite a while ago, and we are just at the very tail end of it now. Look at this high-speed rail coming past. Absolutely lovely. We've had lots and lots happen in between, and there's been quite a bit of delays in between episodes. I started a brand new job and didn't have much time for gaming and stuff and for Stitch Up, and I had a few Factorios sort of backlogged, but not a whole lot of Voxel Tycoon, so I'm glad I could jump in and produce the final couple of episodes of this series and tell you about the other series that we're running in tandem with this series as well. So I'm going to let you enjoy the Stitch Up intro, and I'm going to see you back over here at the main hub in just a sec. Okay, so we are on the standard speed here, and we've got a couple of things happening. Here's the main hub. Things are moving in and out of this hub slowly. Now, one thing I did realise in retrospect of getting towards the end of the game, I've actually never played Voxel Tycoon through to the very end of the game, and as far as researching everything goes, so this will be the first time that kind of happens. And I've not even done an off-camera one where I've played it all the way through. I do like the early and mid-game, but I haven't really done this, so we'll get there either this episode or the next episode, and it's going to be fantastic. One thing I would do is this massive hub here, I would leave room and have a second one there, because we have quite a few trains going, and there can be some trouble. If you have a look at the trains there, we seem to have kind of, I think, 27, and maybe some sitting in the sheds as well. We've got the high speed stuff, and that's quite a few trains. Look at this armored train as well. We love that one. We've electrified some of the rails, of course, in the last couple of episodes, and we're getting there. Now, last episode, we went ahead and created radios. So these guys over here are doing radios. And don't forget, with the radio recipe, we needed to do wooden frames and circuits. And of course, we are bringing circuits. I've got my lines under here. Circuits are coming in for the main factory side over here and being built. Circuits were also going to the research area, but they're being diverted to come along here. And of course, these wooden structures over here, these wooden, what are they? Wooden, let me see, what's the name? What is the name of these things again? These are wood frames. So that is brilliant. Now, to do the last thing in the research, we need to go not just radios, we need to do TVs. So let's bring up the labs and we'll have a quick look and a refresh of exactly where we are. 3 labs are being turned on, and they are the second generation labs, a bit faster, and that is lovely. Guys, don't forget to upgrade your labs as soon as you can to these ones, because like the warehouses, they operate a lot faster than the other ones. So it is quite brilliant. So you get a little bonus for that as well. In fact, let's just jump in. Let's pause the game for a sec. Let's jump in and enjoy ourselves here. If we look at labs, I don't want to place one, but if I look at this standard laboratory, yeah, efficiency is 100%, and of course this standard laboratory here, it's roughly nearly twice as much, but it's 150%, so that is great. And likewise, if you look at the standard warehouses that come with the vanilla game, so we're looking at, let's compare the two large ones. The efficiency here at the loading time and unloading is 0.58 of a second. And for this one it's 0.43, so you get a much faster unloading and loading size, so that is pretty good. Very nice. Don't know where they got those figures from, but I like it. It's good. Okay, so we are looking at what is happening in here. Computing devices, of course, need money. We've got some of, actually we've got plenty of, and then we've got copper wires, and we've got circuits, and we've got radios, and we've got TVs. So if we have a look here, all 3 of them are set to get everything except TVs, and this guy over here, everything except TVs, and then this guy over here, everything except the TVs. And then if we just look at the let's bring up these 3, so 1, 2 and 3, and bring up logistics. We'll just see what they're connected to. In fact, let's do this a little better. So like this, Go logistics, and it's connected to everywhere, and I'm going to put another one in here. This is the radios, and it's connected to all of those plus the radios. If I look at this guy, logistics, and he's connected to all those plus the radios, and then this one, all those plus the radios. So it is good, all three of them are getting all the products. But what we need to do now is just simply grab another one of these warehouses and start making ourselves the other things, which is TVs. Now, TVs are going to be made in one of these types of buildings, electrical electronics assembler. And so TVs are going to be there. Now, I'm going to change the recipe of this last one because everything is backlogged. And we're going to start looking at TVs. So TVs here would need circuits, but then they would need advanced wood frames. Now, we are getting lots of standard wood frames in here, so I want to start looking and seeing where the advanced wood frames are made. And I believe we are making standard wood frames here in this building. So I'm going to go place down one of those. We're going to go and pause, and I'm going to place down one so we can have a look at it, but we're going to make those guys over here. I left room for expansion on this kind of terraced area here, this base of this mountain overlooking the lake. Very lovely. Of where we built this massive concrete pylons. Again, something I would like in high-speed rail is to be able to put some decent curves in, not these 90-degree turns, but I believe that'll all be happening at some points. We are paused so we can have a look at the complex wooden frames. So industry, and we want to go to factories, and we want to look at carpentry. So let's go over here and have a look. Now, we did have earlier on, we did have these wooden frames. Now, we want advanced wooden frames. Now, I might put these buildings over here because those advanced wooden frames will need to go then back into another assembly line. So what I might do with the TVs is put these equivalent of these electronic assemblers along here for the TVs, and then what we'll do is we will so we'll start making so that'll be the circuits. Is it going to be? Yeah, it is. It's going to be the circuits and these advanced frames, but we're going to send the other stuff out here. So these advanced frames can be made here using, and we'll need a byproduct. So we need wood frames, and we'll simply divert the wood frames. There's those coming out. What we'll do is we need wood frames. So what we might do is just stop these guys coming in. So I'm going to get the wood frames here and put another byline down here, and we'll get the wood frames coming out. We could, however, actually, no, we could probably make these here and then move those guys out. That could be good. Okay, so let's see about this guy. So first of all, let's have a quick look. So we want, because we do have that byproduct, and we need to think about that. We may have to go around the corner here, but let's do advanced. So we'll do wood frames, but we will also need glass panes, and it's 1 and 1 equals 1. So 1 and 1 equals 1, and they're all coming in from the same side. So what I'm going to do, glass panes I believe are here, and I've already prepped that line. So this is going to be pretty simple. Let's leave ourselves a bit of room and not try and overdo this. I'm going to go carpentry, and I'm going to put this guy here and give myself heaps of room. I want to line it up with these buildings though, so let me go there, and let's go there, and let's not do the next one just yet. So this is going to be advanced, and it's going to be, so I want to put the 2 products in and then have this coming out and down. So what we'll do is we will because this one is going to be going back out. Okay, cool. So let's see here. So this guy's going to be doing this. Let's put him all the way back out there, just at there at least. And then I'm going to do this guy kind of turning. Maybe what I could do is this, and then tunnel, and then under, and then click. Yeah, so that would work if I can get it going. Look, we're really squashed in. So I'm going to get these wooden frames just diverting here and straight off to there. So they'll be able to go into there. And then we are going to, in fact, I probably could do this. Oh, we don't need to do that. Okay, we can think of a much better way to do this. So let's do that, get rid of that, get rid of this. Gone, gone. Fill in the terraforming. So we'll flatten these guys off. We did that wrong. Hang on, we want to flatten the terraforming, please. Yep. Okay, and let me just see if I can do a bit of jiggery pokery, as Biffle would say, to that. Yes, and then that. Yeah, that. There we go. Brilliant. Now, how that repeats, I don't know. Let's just do it like that anyway. We wanted this to be neat and symmetrical, and I don't think it's going to be able to do it. That was oh, let's let them go this way anyway, but I do want them to go round one more. So if I do that, yeah, so this keeps this line here not lining up with this line here, so we'll see about the next one. I know that what we'll do here is we've got these wooden frames coming in here, and I'm then going to get these guys just to go here and tunneling, but then out and then into there. Now I want this to be like this and then around. Yep, and I could do it there. It is squashy. Let's do it here. Yep, and then we'll do a byline coming off, which I want to make all the same. So looking at it from top down, it should be all pretty similar. So we've got glass panes and we've got wood frames being split, but they're not really being used in the radio factory. Let's unpause the game and get a few things going. Move the conveyor, flip the conveyors. So this is guys all flipping in. These guys are outputting. These are all inputting. So we'll get these guys coming to the right. And we'll do an input all the way in there, flip, 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 and they can come out. And when I pause it, but put that back on so we can see what we're getting there. So advanced wooden frames, and we've got those guys. Now, let me see if I can get the next one. So if we go here and we go to factories, we are looking at carpentries, and we want to line them up. So I'm going to put one, say, here. Hang on. Actually, I think we might have enough room there, but let's do it there. And is it 1, 2, 3, and we're on the 4th. Yep. So that's there. And it's again, if I come across, grab this again manually, had to let go of shift there, but 1, 2, 3, and that bit there. So we put 4 of those guys in. So that should be good making them. I'll do the easy ones first. Let's see. So we get these guys going in, and I'm just going to do it like that. Yep. And we did just say these guys were going to kind of coming out quite sharply, aren't they? Yep. So that's there. Yep. Okay, so we're making our first advanced wood frames, and they're coming out at a nice little speed there. So those guys are all pretty good. Now what we need to do is actually what we could do is do this. That could work. Yeah, let's do that. Now what we'll do, I've got the day-night cycle on as well, which is interesting. I might get rid of that. I had to reinstall the game. Guys, by the way, part of the hold-up as well was I had to reinstall Windows. And I had to back up my games, save my games, put them in the cloud, and I had a massive problem with Windows. Some of the guys on the Voxel Tycoon Discord actually helped me with a few errors, because Voxel Tycoon was one of the first things that wouldn't launch, and it turns out there was a massive corruption in my Windows operating system, and we had to reinstall that. So that was my, what stitched me up basically. And part of that is having to reinstall the game fresh, and now my settings are all back to its, factory settings or whatever it is. Day-night cycle, goodbye. Always daytime. Yep, lovely. I think we like that. As good as the lights and everything look. Okay, so let's try and get this one in first with the same curve as that. So if we do this, sorry, this, and I'm trying to replicate that there. So let me do that. No. And then if I go to here, that will work, but it doesn't match it. But I think I'm going to go with it, because I think I still have to duck down. So that's probably going to be the replicable one, because this guy can now go straight across. Oop. Straight across, yep, nice and sharp. And then this guy goes down, so he goes here and then under. Yep. And then he comes back to here, here, and here. Then he goes there, tunnel, under. Then he goes back to here, there, and then that's it. Now these guys are outputting, so he's the simple line, so he'll go to here. Leave it, and then we'll do these sharp ones here, but I'm going to do another sharp on there to mix it up, to match it. So that's all pretty good. We'll set the recipe, we'll unpause the game, and we'll allow these guys to go crazy. Bit of flipping going on, and then we'll have 4 of these factories making these guys, and then we'll get our electronics factories going. Right, lots of flipping now, so let me see, this whole length needs to be flipped. Yep. These inputs, flip them all the way in. I mean, obviously, a lot of people know this, but you see that? You've got to flip it right into here, because getting into the factory generally needs a good flip before it will behave. This one here is going the wrong way, this one here is going the wrong way. Let's give the whole thing a nice little flip. And just to freshen everything up, we'll do that as well. Okay, so that's 4 of those, making 4 of those. We've got to make sure these glass panes are going in. I think they are. So that is complex wooden structures? No, that is, well, that's what I called the last episode, but that is the... Ooh, select a recipe. We haven't selected it, have we? Advanced wooden frames. Yeah, advanced wooden frames, and they're the ingredients, so that is brilliant. Okay, cool, so we're getting all those. Ooh, this is not the right thing. We need that to be coming out, please. And you should be coming out. So these are the exports. So we should see something coming out of this one, and something coming out of this one very soon. We don't. Is that because that's not going in? Yep, see that? Not going in. There we go, now it's going in, and it's lovely. And we'll start to see something come out of here, here, and we're already seeing these ones come out, which is good. There we go, and there we go. All 4 are working. Okay, so that is that one. Now what we need to do is go ahead and make TVs. I'm going to turn this guy back to... Let's pause it. Let's put this guy back to radios, because that was... probably draining someone's life if anyone's watching it, going, you haven't swapped that one back. Not that it makes that much of a difference. Delete this guy over here. And then we need to... Now, I could stockpile resources, but I think I'll try and do it all on the fly. I will need a return line. We might have to bring it this side of the railway line. That'll be fine. I don't mind doing that. Right, we want these guys, and we need to leave a little bit of room here. So we are paused. However, we'll go to factories and electronics assemblers. Now, these guys seem to have 2 on one side and then 1 off at the angle. Now, we could try and do them here like this. Let's put him there, because he lines up. Let's turn him onto TVs. Yep. And then to get TVs, he simply needs circuits and then these guys. So we know that circuits are over here in huge demand. So what we'll do is we'll simply run the circuit line. A little bit Factorio-esque here. Let's run the circuit line there. That looks kind of trendy. And we'll do tunnel, and then we'll come out. And I'm going to run the circuits like... let's get a bit of room here. Let's do that. I'm just going to run the circuits sharp like that. Yeah. And then I know that they have to... So they'll run from the top, the circuits, right? So we'll keep this coming in like this. This is the circuit line. They'll run like that. Then these guys here... and run along. Let's run these guys with a bit of room as well. So let's put these here. Maybe we could do them. Actually, no. Let's run these nice and sharp like this. Okay, this is our the ones we just made. These are the. I'm going to make this a tiny bit shorter. Take that one off. Yep. And I'm going to tuck that right there, just for the angles. And then I'm going to do that. Tunnel it in. Always preference on tunneling for me rather than doing the. Yeah, we like to tunnel rather than doing the bridges for some reason. I'm not too sure why I like it, but I do. That's what I like. Okay, so that's going to be that. Yeah, it is interesting because now what I'm doing, I think what I'll do is I'll get myself... I don't know if this could have been done a better way, but I do want it to look neat and cement. But look, it's the same way as those guys, so let's do that. And let's do this like... let's do a real sharp out there. Let's do that. And then I'll put my next one in. Let's get these other guys in, because I do want 4 of those. Not mining, but electronics. Yep, we want them to be in that same... Yeah, like here. So it'll be like this. So let me put in another 1, 2... Right, I have to get rid of this. And now I might be able to place the building down first. Okay, and we'll hit the shift key. Now I can get a few in there, so I'm just wondering if I should do... Look, I think I only need... Let me just do 2. I probably could get 3. 1, 2, and 3. That kind of works. Let me just try and get that. I do like that. We've got the spacing. Let's see if we can get this. I think we can. If we do 3, then we might be able to do another 3 and offset them. I shouldn't worry too much about design-wise, and I do want to get this research done before this episode finishes. So let's get 3 running, and then we'll worry about the last one. So I want to do sharp runs to here. And then I want to do sharp runs to here. Yep. And then I wanted to do, let's do the end run here, and then sharp run to there, like that. Brilliant. Okay, set these guys to recipe TV. And TV, yeah. Every 5 seconds. How many pieces are they going to be taking? 2 and 1. So they do need twice as many, although we're not doing ratio builds, so it's pretty good. I will just unpause the game and I'll start flipping a few things. Now I'm going to flip these proper as well, because we will have very long... well, a couple of things. Firstly, we did see that even though I pointed out you need to flip them going in, we did see that even in that last episode, that last sort of build over there, we did have these guys holding back and not going all the way in. So that is good. Now these guys are inputting, and I will just do this side. Ooh, that's not right, that's not right. We want this guy gone. So I'll take him from there and there, and thought something didn't quite look right there, but I was sort of thinking something's not right, but I didn't want to get sidetracked. That's alright, that's good. Let's flip these guys so they're in. Yep, lovely. Okay, so that's that. These guys will come under. So we're getting those. We do need to flip the underground section. A couple of flips, and we're good. Okay, so I'll start producing TVs, and I'm going to put them into a storage over here. Now, what I'm going to do is just get myself a local storage, and I'm going to carve out, firstly, some land. Yeah, let's just carve out this. And let me do warehouse, and we'll go with the large warehouse. And what we'll do is might put this here, make it quite central. You're going to be taking TVs, lovely. Some conveyor devices, and we'll put a couple of these guys in. So let's put a connector. So let me do this, say, let me do this there and there. So we'll do 1 in, 1 out, and I'm going to stick another line in here. And I want this to be the inputs. So let me do this. Yeah, so let's do that first, and then I will have to do actually what we could do here. Let's pause this. I want to make it. We said we want to make it nice. So 1, 2, and 3, and we want to do 1 in the middle, 2 and 3, 1 either side. And I think you can see what I was going to do there. Coming this way, we'll go tunnel, we'll go up, we'll go tunnel, and we'll go up. Then we'll connect this guy in, that guy into there. So that way it looks visually appealing. Very nice. There we go. Flipping. And you should be going all the way in. You need to go to the left, you need to go to the left, and you should be going out. Okay, cool. So it's going to, TVs are going in there. They're now producing from all 3 units, and they're heading out. Now, what we'll do, so we started there. Because we've started there, we can actually get this guy a fair way without having to put another one, another warehouse. Let me see. Is that gonna? That isn't the way we do things, is it? No. However, no. But what we can do is, I don't think we even need to adjust what we just did. We simply need to go like this. Yeah, lovely. And let's do this guy. Okay. Now, quickly flipping them so we can get the TVs to come back with us. As we're going, we get the TVs to come back with us. Ooh, interesting. I don't think I can do that on an angle, so what I'm going to do is flatten this guy like this to there, make it quite square. Might put a little buffer there. Here's a lovely train going past from the Canadian freight pack there. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Okay. Right, here we go. Let's stay nice and close to the rail line. I think that's pretty good. Right, now let's have a look visually where we are. So if we go to there, and we really only need to get down here. Well, let's do the end line and work our way back. All we need to do is grab ourselves, and it's only a small one of these to accept them. And the reason I want to put it there is I wanted to distribute into all three, or I could put the connector straight into it, but because we put a small warehouse, it then distributes to all three, which is lovely. So we do put the small warehouse in here, same as the other ones, nice and close, and we go TVs. Right, here we go, and we are on the home stretch. This is the final one. A couple of other things I wanted to do with the game as well, guys, just before, because I mean, this will be the final research, but we might just do one final episode where we take gold to the next level. So I think hang about, we will put another episode in, and that'll be the final one. If anyone wants a shout out for their YouTube gaming channel in the final episode, please leave it in the comments of this or the last episode, and I'll make sure I go through those and do so, because I like that we've got a little bit of a community going, we've got some followers, and we've got some people who like the Voxel Tycoon content. Apparently we've got some people who like, well, some people, not millions, but we've got some people who like my Factorio content, which is freaking awesome, because I'm absolutely loving Factorio at the moment. Now I do want to stay clear. It's gone to there, but I want to stay clear of this area, because, so where are we going to get to? We're going to get to basically there. I think we should put a warehouse in here. Yeah, let's put a little warehouse as a buffer. But yeah, some people enjoying Factorio content, and just while I'm putting this warehouse in and connecting it up, one little plug as well is just for my other Voxel Tycoon series, which is the Industrial Railways mod, which is just Scaleman's Industrial Railway, and we're using basically all of those. It's Voxel Tycoon, and it is absolutely brilliant. Trains only, no trucks. It's quite cool. We've got a lovely sort of lovely map. It's really, really good. I'm probably up to done about a dozen episodes or so, but it's a slightly unusual game, but it's kind of working. And of course you've got maximum train lengths of 100 meters, I believe, or whatever 100 units is, and it's just great because you really have to think about, you know, lots and lots of trains and where they deliver to. Well, then you have to start thinking about lots of other little things in the game as well. So yeah, you have to start thinking about where they can deliver to, and I'm really enjoying it. So anyway, Voxel Tycoon, that's the Industrial Railways playthrough using Scaleman's Industrial Railways mod. Please jump on there and have a shout out to Scaleman, because he is an absolute legend as far as modding goes in the Voxel Tycoon game. Brilliant. Okay, these guys are inputting, so let's have them going the right way. And then what we're going to do is I know we've got a bridge there. So we do have a bridge there, so let's think about this. We'll put the connector in. We might even fast forward the game shortly so we can see how this goes. Let me see. What if we do this? Yeah, let's do this. Let's go this way. Okay, we go tunnel and out. Oop. Okay, these guys are going here. Now I will just change this to be. Now what are you doing? Are you going that way? And I need this to go around here. Where is it? This one? Yeah. So if we go here and then go tunnel, I should be able to go there. Let's do that. Just see if I can connect that up. I don't know if it's going to say too big. It may have some fun. What do we got here? Is this gonna? That will work. Yes, that will work. Lovely. All right. There's another one of the trains going through. How brilliant. And let's do some giant turning of this guy here. So the TVs are there because we built from the connector side, and we had the goods coming in behind us. If you have a look at the TVs, they're in pods of 3 because we've got 3 factories, but they're already built up to here. Now let's just see how many TVs we need to complete the research project. Now this will feed all the way into there, and then it'll go into there. I'm going to go speed 3, and we'll see these products come in. They're going to come under this big hub area, and they're going to go into here. Maybe speed 2. Let's have a quick look and see. You need 450 of those guys, and it is going to take a bit of money there, and we've got 600,000. So I probably need to have a look at some of these error messages. I have no loan, which is brilliant, but I think I also have the ability. Note 332 million. We're at 162 million. We're certainly getting there. We definitely have lots of stuff stopping. Now sometimes when there's stuff stopping, I jump around and I have a look. I've just gone back. When we have stuff stopping, I should stop building and have a look at all that, because we're getting you can hear the alarms going off. And generally what happens is, well, what's been happening in this playthrough is this area here, this turnabout, this really big turnabout is getting blocked. And I've got my system of the passing through on the left, if you're going to the right, you're in the right hand lane. I've got 2 lanes heading there and then 2 lanes heading back. So usually this is the first one to cause issues, or it's issues here getting in and out, but movement around here is actually working quite well. What I will do to balance the game is just watch trains move in and out of this whole area, because then we can see exactly where the issues are as well. And make sure everything's electrified. That's also probably pretty good. Just having a quick look here. Before we just do that, actually, let's see. Are they going in? Yeah, they are going in. Here they go. Brilliant. Okay, let's see these guys go. So we'll see if we can see these guys go. Yep, there you go. There's 1, 2, and 3 are now moving, and we're about to do our first out of 450. So each of these guys will have to do 150. But I think each sortie, each costing, is going to cost me 81,000. So I think what I need to do, if I'm right, this is interesting. I don't know if inflation has affected that, and if it has, do I need to get to the end of the game quicker? Because inflation, I turned the inflation down and we are ridiculous. I mean, the labs are costing 400,000. So I think inflation really has, even turned down, really has unbalanced this game, but I've taken quite a while to do it. I also have let the game play, which is kind of, so I think, correct me if I'm right, and I do have, look at this, I've got all this stock sitting here not moving. What I do need to do now is go round and make sure I'm in a really healthy financial position around everywhere, because the drain on the money is going to be huge. So what I need to do, and I've even started stockpiling these guys, so even to complete the game we need to do another one, but I've started stockpiling these guys here, so they get shipped out and they get sent off. These gold nuggets, what are they? Gold ingots, the gold bars. So they'll get sent off, but then the rings, is this gold rings? What's he making? Golden rings? Yes. He started making them and stockpiling them, and he's got 211 gold rings. Now, if I can find someone to buy those, I will get another train and I'll ship those out, and that is going to help pay for the TV productions for the end game. So what I'll do in between episodes is I will leave it on maybe speed 1, and I'll go and balance a few things and say, oh, we're not making this, we're not making that, we're not making that. And some of these road trains, look at that, some of these road trains can be fixed up as well. We've got all these hills that are affecting people, but we're not going to fix those. But yeah, we can just go around to basically everything and see where we're getting stuck, where we're getting not enough money. That building looks fantastic, that building there. And just sort of see where the drain on the finances is, because that seems like that's going to be it. A quick look back to here, and we see they've done 13 out of each, but the thing they're waiting on now is for the money to come up, and it's 81,000 per. So really, it's the finances that we're going to have to do to get to this absolute milestone. We're probably going to have to expand. I think infinite resources was something that was I was having trouble getting that back on. Infinite resources is, and you could see another 81 drop off for that. Infinite resources, I think, has jacked it in. I can't get that back on. I don't know, I need to tinker. But infinite resources could be a problem, because we could run out of gold in the gold mine. And of course, this episode we really haven't looked around the conurbations and everything. Oh, look at this, steel beams. See, that would be pretty good. And he wants 1800, but yeah, but I just I'm going to go find someone who wants the gold ring, and I'm going to, next episode, we're going to start delivering those. These guys here, look at this. Ooh, that's the problem. Look at that for a traffic jam, would you? Now, let's just see what's happening here. The game is not paused, but let's just see. So everything here, these guys can't leave because they've got a bit of product in there. And those products can't be unloaded because these guys can't deliver them because the buses are blocking it. And that is even stopping the gold ingots, which would have been supplying quite a bit of money in. And that is causing a hold up downstream. So it is interesting. We'll go ahead. Oh, yes, delivering more of those. We will go ahead. In fact, I can reuse that stock when doing the gold rings. So guys, there's plenty happening in the game. This one here, I just want to see where this is, because what we might do is... oh, do you know what we could do? Actually, let's get this. Let's get all the cars, all of the vehicles. All the vehicles? Yeah, let's get all the vehicles and send them all to depot. I don't know if that is going to be a huge... And then just spawn them out and just see if that refreshes everything. I think that might be absolutely mental thing to do, but we'll see about it. I think all the roads are connected. Here's the garage. This might be the one. Yeah, let's do that. Let's send them all to depot. And that will just start to happen. So if I go here, the cars should despawn, and then we want to release all the cars again. Don't forget to release them all. So let me do that. Garage, and we want to release everyone. And hopefully these guys will just go out and get going, but it really is going to... The buses is going to be the problem, because the buses, if they're all on the same part of the route, it is going to be a bit of an issue. But you can see these guys on speed 3, we've got many cars, about 60 cars there that are going to be coming out, but they are all getting out of there, and they are all moving, which is pretty good. I'm going to leave this episode here. This has been Voxel Tycoon, and this has been good fun. I believe episode 34, we have made TVs, and we have started with the research, and it is pretty good. I'll need to start looking at making some decent buck, and it's going to be great. Please leave your comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Stitch Up, and I'll see you in the next episode. Cheers.